Good morning. A few weeks ago, a group of scientists convened by the United Nations issued a landmark report on the effects of global warming. The report presented a disastrous picture of the consequences the world will face if we do not alter course. Similarly, last month, the UN Secretary General sounded the alarm on the Sustainable Development Goals. At our current pace, we're moving far too slowly to achieve these important targets. This is an unsettling time in the world. Many of the problems that our society has been grappling with for generations are now coming to a head. Growing inequality and a swelling migrant crisis, a string of natural disasters fueled by climate change, instability in our democracies, and an erosion of trust in our institutions, and the continued oppression of women, further brought to light by the Me Too movement. We cannot lose sight of the fact that our current financial system exacerbates these issues, reinforcing inequality and driving decisions that are having a corrosive effect on our world. It is increasingly clear that our financial system is not working. It's not serving the planet. It's not serving the people. And it's not serving investors. We need a new way of doing business. We need a financial system that serves everyone. A system that's accountable for its effects on people and the planet. And I believe that impact investing represents a real alternative to the status quo. Luckily, there are strong forces in our favor. The turmoil in today's global community is driving a demand for change. People all around the world are more engaged in social and environmental issues than ever before. They're insisting on action. They want to be part of the solution. And this is beginning to translate into their investment decisions. More and more, people are expecting their investments to reflect their values. And as the need for impact investing becomes more clear, investors of all types are choosing to invest more sustainably and more responsibly. In short, there are strong forces calling for change. But these are not sufficient. Not yet. Incremental progress will not be good enough. Rising to this occasion will require a sharp acceleration in the trajectory of impact investing. When I think about where the industry is headed, I think we've reached a fork in the road. One possible path is that after a surge of momentum and a surge of interest, impact investing begins to lose steam. Funding still flows, and we continue to make deals, but growth slows. The approach remains niche or is folded into the status quo. A footnote in the history of the financial markets. In this case, we would still create pockets of impact, but we wouldn't be generating large-scale change. In other words, the market grows, but we fail. The other path, the one we need to aim for, is a market transformation. We succeed in creating a better future, one in which all investments account for social and environmental impact, and where impact investing helps to successfully fill the resource gap for the SDGs. In this second possibility, we pull the rest of the financial markets along with us, raising the bar for all investments and establishing a new way of doing business. Now, in reality, it's much more likely that the status quo remains entrenched. Many powerful people who are winners in the current system continue to resist change. And it is just easier to maintain business as usual, to remain willfully ignorant of the long-term implications of our decisions. At this moment, impact investing hangs in the balance. We can't be sure if it will tip to a new future or be sucked back into business as usual, co-opted and absorbed by the status quo. Our only chance for success is if we offer a better alternative for the way the world invests. This is why the GIIN's vision is bigger than impact investing. This is why we believe in a future where impact is part of all investment. Success will require us getting to the root problems in our financial system, and then using our influence, our evidence, and our energy to create systemic change. We will need to assume responsibility beyond our own deals and our own portfolios, because all of our investments around the world can add up to something bigger, to a global economy that is more fair, more just, and more sustainable. Because ultimately, what does success mean for impact investing if the broader system is failing? So, how do we do this? How do we build a powerful alternative to the status quo? 3 things. First, we need to mobilize more capital. Second, we need to safeguard the integrity of impact investing. And third, we need to fuel a global impact investing movement. So first, we need to mobilize more capital. We need to bring more investors in to unlock more money for impact investments. We need to engage everyone, from small boutique firms to large global institutions, from high net worth individuals to retail investors. Second, we need to safeguard the integrity of impact investing. We need to establish strong values and expectations for impact investors to ensure that we achieve impact at scale, not just capital at scale. This is essential for game-changing progress on the world's most significant challenges, like eradicating world hunger, shrinking social inequities, providing universal access to basic services, and turning back the tide on climate change. And last, we need to fuel a global impact investing movement, because ultimately, system change will only come if society demands it. We need to change mindsets about the role of capital in society, and we need to empower every person with the knowledge that their capital can help build the world that they want to live in. Now, although we are working to transform a system, this change will be driven by people. Most notably, all of you here at this forum. I've heard it said that there are 4 things that truly motivate people to create change: fear, power, love, and hope. And those things are just as relevant for transforming the financial system as are any of our technical solutions. Our fear that the world is moving in the wrong direction will drive us. The power of impact investing will propel us. Our love for humanity and human dignity will strengthen our resolve. And our hope that we can build a new future will inspire us to even greater action. Whatever motivates you, I hope that each and every one of you views this movement not just as an opportunity, but as a responsibility to lead, to change expectations, to build a just and sustainable world where everyone uses the full power of their investment capital as a force for good. Thank you.